Looks like we're live. Let's check out the sound. We may have an echo. Great, it's working. Okay. Whew. I've been waiting a few days to talk about this. It's been niggling at me. So hopefully some people might actually show up. You never know. But we're just going to open the tin aside it. Then we're going to talk about this. So, whew. It's been a long week. So, Warhammer. Where do I start? Okay, I started looking into this game because somebody, you know who you are, who plays on PC, told me to get this game because they want to play the campaign and etc. Okay, so I look into the game. It's getting extremely positive reviews. It's selling out everywhere, and the general consensus is it's not pushing a woke narrative, so that's a good thing, even though everyone was worried about that. But then some people are saying it does, but that's not why I'm here. I'm not here to talk about the narrative of the game, okay? Because it's not really got much of a story anyway. The first Space Marine, as I understand it, didn't. I haven't actually played that one, but I did play the demo for it, and it was basically a Gears of War clone. Okay, so let's just cut the bullshit. I'm not a Warhammer fan. I'm not a nerd. I don't like Warhammer. In fact, I hate Warhammer. The game, like the Games Workshop shit, the fucking millions of dice, the stupid ass fucking models that you have to paint, the figurines that cost like 10,000 fucking pounds. Why would you buy that shit? What? I don't know what's worse. Having to buy the models to then paint them yourself, or spending even more money to send them somewhere so someone else can paint them for you. And then you've got to somehow have a house big enough to have a fucking table in it to fucking put the miniatures on them. And you've got to find like-minded people who actually like this garbage as well. So I don't like this fucking shit. Now, as far as the aesthetics of the Space Marine and that sort of stuff in the game, okay, it's okay. There you go. But I'm not a fan of the miniatures and all that crap to begin with. So, you know, this game is overhyped to the moon by the Warhammer fanboys, these people that like basement dwelling nerds who play this fucking game because they have no fucking friends, because the only friends they have are other Warhammer people, because nobody else wants to associate with these fuckers. Okay. And I know this for a fact because Warhammer has been going since the dawn of time. And there was a Warhammer club in my school, and nobody wanted to associate with them fuckers. That's how I found out about Warhammer. That's how I was introduced to Warhammer. That's how I first saw it, a game of it being played, because I went to the fucking room where they were playing that shit, and I looked through the door, and I walked in the room for a few minutes, and I was like, this shit is garbage. Okay, that's the first part out of the way. Well, this game is getting rave reviews, but when you actually start reading through reviews, and even IGN and all them, they're leaving rave reviews. Oh, well, we couldn't do this before launch because, oh, we didn't have the capability because we had a review copy. So we couldn't tell that the servers were terrible. We couldn't tell that the crossplay doesn't work. We couldn't tell all this shit. The progression's broken. You have to dig. Like, it's so dishonest. Like, there's a whole bunch of fucking, thank you, somebody's here. Exactly. It's garbage. Thank you. Thank you. It's fucking garbage. Thank you. Look, all I wanted out of this game was a Gears of War clone like the first, but it's actually co-op because the first game didn't have any co-op. So that's what this game does that the other game didn't, right? Back 10 years ago. So it has something. Okay, this is a game you might pick up down the line on sale. Okay. But as I'm understanding it right now, if you're playing this game with friends, it's basically like the MCC, which ironically, this game is being made by Saber Interactive, who worked on the MCC. And it's literally 10 years since the MCC came out in a couple of months. Even though it was a couple of months for them to fix that, according to True Scottish Gamer. But no, it's a couple of months and the game's still fucking broken. 10 years, it's still fucking broken. 10 years, it still doesn't fucking work. So is Warhammer ever going to fucking work on that basis? Is this game ever going to fucking work? Don't think so. But yeah, you're losing progression. You actually like grind for hours. It's kind of like Gears of War 5 or whatever, where you have different classes and stuff. And then the different classes all have their own levels and they level up. You play for like 10 hours or whatever, and then you don't get any progression. You load the game up the next day and all your shit's fucking gone. All your fucking things that you unlocked and everything. The fuck is that shit? £60 for this garbage? Standards are beyond like the floor now. But beyond the fucking floor, man. We're in the dirt. The standards are off the fucking scale, man. Standards should be up above your head. Like, there's your standards, right? Standards are below the floor level now. Standards are like in the dirt for video games. Oh, this game's pretty good. Why? Well, you can shoot people. Great. Play GoldenEye on the Nintendo 64. Done. Why do we need Warhammer? We have 6 Gears of War games. And all of them are at least 2-player co-op. Some of them are free and some of them are 4-player. And there's the other Space Marine game that you can play if you want to play solo. And that game was cheap as chips until this game started coming out and people started to try, oh shit, I haven't played the first one, and try to buy it. I bought that game for like 50 pence. I swear down, it was like 50 pence. I bought that game. Or it was like 3 for 2, like 2, you buy 2 and you get 1 free. So it effectively was like £1.50 or something. It was so cheap. Full, like, mint condition disc, the whole 9 yards. Okay. And I still haven't played that game. It has like weak ass, garbage ass achievements, right? I don't even know if anyone's going to sit in here and listen to this, but I don't care because I'm just going to say it anyway. I want to say this fucking shit because this shit's pissing me off. This game is trash, man. Holy hell. It has the most boring. I've been watching this on Twitch, right? Because people are asking me if I'm buying this game. So I'm like, okay, let me look into it. I wish I hadn't bothered. It's fucking, the campaign is mediocre. Mediocre. There's nothing special about it. If you're one of those people that's like really into like superb graphics or whatever, right? And that's all you care about, then it's some nice looking graphics. The characters are wooden, boring ass, lame ass characters, man. Like, they're just boring. Even the people talking to you over the radio are boring. The game is boring. It's a poor man's Gears of War. That's what it is. It was a poor man's Gears of War 10 years ago. And 10 years later, it's a poor man's Gears of War. Now, there's some positives to the game. Like I say, they've introduced 3-player co-op. They've introduced well, cross-play campaign, but it doesn't work, so they haven't really introduced that. They've introduced they're now you're fighting the Tyranids, not the orcs. Okay, so that's I would prefer that. That's a better enemy for me personally. I think that's a cool idea. Like it's a different enemy completely to the first game. That's cool. That's about it. That's about it. It's the most bare basic fucking game you can play. I just can't believe this. But the thing is, it's being covered up. The game being this bad is being covered up. Okay, all the problems with the game are being covered up because fanboys, shills, YouTubers, freaking everybody is on this bandwagon, and the bandwagon is going to do a Halo Infinite, and it's going to it's like a hype train. It's going to be derailed. The wheels are going to fall off the fucking bandwagon because it's not a good game, and they're all going to realize that, just like they did with fucking Helldivers. All it took for Helldivers was them to say, hey, you've got to sign to a PSN account, and all of a sudden, where'd the population go? The people are fickle, man. Okay, and this game is going to have the exact same fall off as Helldivers did when people realize that it's shit. For starters, why is like 1/3 of the multiplayer a freaking why is 1/3 of the multiplayer territories? I don't know why. I'll be saying this until I'm dead in the ground. All right, every single fucking game you play now is fucking territories online. I didn't like territories in Halo 2. That was 2004, 2006, whatever the fuck, right? Why are we still playing territories in 2024? That was 20 years ago, man. Come up with something original, please. I dare you. I dare you to be original. Why the hell are we playing territories? Did anyone like territories ever in a video game ever? There was memes about it before memes existed in about Halo 2. Uncompetitive, you tell me why this is a good game. You explain to me why this is a good game. Or do you agree that it's a terrible game? It's going to be the most overrated game in recent times. It's so overrated. It's beyond overrated. And like I say, all like the main reviewers didn't have the game until like they had it before launch, so they couldn't even actually test the servers when there was people on them. So all that shit's been covered up, how it's not fucking working correctly. It's all like buried in like these shitty Google reviews we're going to go through. And on top of that, you've got a bunch of Warhammer fanboys who'll defend it no matter what. You've got the fucking just the fucking gaming shills, the fucking losers who have to like support gaming no matter what. And on top of that, then you've got the people who are actually paid to say it's a good game. And it's all you got. If you go on YouTube or any like review site or anything, it's all positive news about this fucking game. It's all sunshine and rainbows. Where's the negative reviews? Where are they? I'm giving you one right now. I don't need to play the game to tell you this game is shit. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you the facts. I'm going to tell you the fucking facts. Too violent? What do you mean too violent? You play Gears of War? You play Gears of War? You chainsaw people in half, man. What are you talking about, too violent? What's the difference? Oh, he's trolling now. He's trolling. Astro, come on now. Astrobot. Really? Come on now. You do play Gears. You do. I know you do. I've heard about you playing it before. I'm swear down. I'm sure you did. I've heard something about that. Anyway, let's get into the reviews. Okay. So you got all these like positive reviews, right? A whole bunch of them, right? And this is like a week ago. So you played it twice. Yeah, exactly. You played it. Yeah, exactly. So you got like a sea of like fanboy reviews, right? But even if you read the reviews, even though it says 5 stars, you'll notice that it says negative stuff as you're going through, right? PvP mode, pretty underwhelming. This if this game had multiplayer like Helldivers 2, blah 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 blah. So now you're comparing it to, this happens a lot, by the way, in these reviews. I'm not going to read every single review, but a lot of them are comparing the game to Helldivers 2 and saying Helldivers 2 is the better game. Helldivers 2 is the better game. 4 stars. Okay, listen to me, man. Helldivers isn't even a game. It's a fucking demo. It doesn't even have a campaign. This game has the campaign. It's a full campaign. Okay. So when your 4-star review says Helldivers is a better game, what does that say about this game? And how is it a 4-star fucking review? Make it make sense, please. Please. And like Helldivers, it has like, what, 3 multiplayer maps or something, and about 6 horde mode missions or whatever you want to call it. It's not actual horde mode, it's like mission mode, operations or some shit. I'm guessing that's like your Helldivers mode that everyone's talking about. You probably have to extract shit, and that's probably the gay shit you do in it, and that's why. So that's it. That's your game. It's campaign, your operations mode, whatever that entails, and your PvP. And the PvP isn't cross-play because it'd be just broken as fuck. So there is that. But having cross-play on means nothing works. When cross-play is turned on, the servers don't connect and shit. So why did they release it with cross-play when the cross-play is broken? When you'll buy the game assuming cross-play is in the game, and then when you come to play campaign with somebody, you won't be able to. And that's why I read up, and that's why I haven't bought the game. Legit. That's the main reason. Because I just wanted to play the campaign with somebody else who did want to play the campaign, but I can't do that because the servers are fucking garbage. And on top of that, the price of the game keeps changing, okay? It's been on Amazon like since last week, and it's gone from £50 up to £62, back to 55, then 53, then 60, then now today it's back to 50. It's $49.99. What the fuck? Like, what is the purpose of that? Who's gonna buy it when it's 60, when it was 50, basically at release, or like shortly after release, and now it's 50 again? Just wait, it's gonna be 30 in a few months. Black Friday, it's gonna be 30. Just wait. What the fuck? Forget it, man. Unbelievable, man. Okay, let's get to the real negative reviews, because they're the honest reviews, in my opinion. We need the negative reviews because that's the truth. Because there's so many people blowing, like even the good reviews, like I say, show the flaws. Okay, here's a good one. Posting a full review on Reddit. The PS5 version, unfortunately, does not live up to the hype. Oh, sorry, does not live up to the previous standards of gaming requirements, but does live up to the epic failure of games like Destiny launches and live service games since 2018. Beware the following worst to the minute problems. Joining friends online or online games has a 70% failure rate. Are we reading? 70% failure rate. So if you're playing with your friends, whether that be any mode in the game, campaign, multiplayer, or the operations mode, you've got a 70% failure rate since the pre-release, with failure loading in and out of sessions, not receiving XP, which I was talking about before, makes the game not playable, not enjoyable. You fight more of the game loading than you do the swarms of the Tyranids. This is acceptable for beta, but not for the full purchase, with 13 years of development. False marketing says it supports offline play, but that's only for campaign mode. Yeah, because you can't unlock anything without playing operations in PvP, actually in PvP. Class limit to one player per operation per class. Customized colors don't save after you fucking set them on. Do not buy the game. Request refunds until the game is in playable state. Exactly. Thank you. Look, this is my channel is sanity. All right. Everywhere else is full of fucking idiots. Okay. Look, looks goofy, non-threatening. Master Chief Noble 6 would run through the entire Space Marine military. Probably so. And yeah, the game looks mid. It does. It looks fucking shit. That's why I'm here, to say the truth. I'm going to say the fucking truth. And you're going to say the fucking truth in the chat, because that is a fact. The game looks average as best, but the game isn't even functional. It's fucking broken, and it's being covered up by everybody in the gaming media. Everybody, even though they fucking hate the game because apparently it's not woke, even though that's up for debate, they still won't fucking acknowledge that it's a fucking broken game. IGN doesn't talk about it being broken because they reviewed it before the servers went up. Oh, we can't see that. Do an amendment. Take down the review and then lower the score. Do a re-review it again. Lower the score and say it's fucking broken. No, you won't do that because it's a load of bollocks. That's why. We'll send you the review copy if you give us a positive review. Oh, thank you. Thank you for your free review copy. The game is amazing. Unbelievable. This is consistently, even that, look, 3 stars. You can't have a smooth gaming session without getting stuck at a joining server. How is it 3 stars on that basis? I don't believe this shit, man. Yeah, exactly. And like I say, Warhammer sucks, man. Just the fact that it's Warhammer, it ruins it. That like takes points off for the start. How is it an 8 out of 10 at IGN? We just read that one. Why does that one come up twice? I don't want to read the same review. What? Where's the reviews? I what? Fucking. Here we go. Here we go. 2 stars. Game is stunning. Campaign is also great fun. Play on an Xbox. Multiplayer is unplayable. Are we reading this? Where is this online? Where is this on YouTube? Why is nobody saying this? Xbox multiplayer is unplayable. The same thing is being said on PS5. The same thing is being said on PC. Both PvE and PvP modes constantly disconnect. Hello. Are we reading this? Constantly disconnect. £60. Fuck off, man. This is the same jokers that made the MCC, man. And they still can't make servers. Still no way to level up. So you literally can't progress in the game because there's like a 60% chance that you're going to lose your progression. They shut down the game for an hour for maintenance on the 8th. There's still no update. All over social media, everyone complaining about the same thing. but full release since 9th September and still no update. So excited for the game to come out, so deflated. There's only 8 hours of campaign to enjoy until they fix the fucking game, which they won't because it's Saber. The MCC people. Okay, so this guy, again, this is what embarrasses me is they'll take a game that's already shit. And that's what he's done there. He said, it's a clunkier version of Warhammer Darktide. Darktide's just an average game in itself. You're comparing it to an average game, and they're saying that the average game in Darktide is better than this game. It says less depth in combat, less enemy variety, less class customization. Ironically, playing as a badass super soldier in Space Marine 2 makes me game for the days of Darktide. Persistent and pervasive bugs in progression in operations mode. Do not buy until patch. Thanks, I won't. Wait till the game to go on sale. Not worth $70. Everyone's saying the same thing. The game's broke. It's not like one console. It's every console. It's every PC out there. It's the same fucking problem. The servers suck. And you can't progress. And it's laggy as fuck. And broken. And you can't connect to people on cross-play. You can't even connect to people in the first place. And if you do connect to them, it'll disconnect. You'll have to do that fucking part of the mission again. Or you'll pick up a collectible and it won't save the progress. The achievements will be broken because it's fucking lagging like shit. Okay. 3 stars. Simple fun. Those are both its strengths and weaknesses as a game. Personally, I crave 40k game with real depth and longevity. Okay. I don't crave a 40k game, full stop. Let alone one with all the fanboy fucking gay ass. Let's throw fucking 17 fucking dice and see if we can actually attack today. Crap in it. No. This was the way to go. The problem is the game is fucking boring and it's fucking broken as fuck. Broken. Shite. Garbage. Yet again. Why would I want to play the game? It doesn't work. You can't play the game. That's why we're here. That's why I was going to buy the game on Thursday. I pulled up on a fucking shopping car park and I was going to go buy the game. And then I pulled up these reviews and I was looking through my phone. I was looking for a whole bunch of other stuff. And I'm like, the game's fucking broken. Everybody's lying. They're all lying to themselves. The people that like it are doing what fucking Halo fanboys do. They're all saying like, oh, the game's amazing. Oh, it'll get patched and updates. Fucking losers. Fuck the updates, man. Why isn't the game fucking working at release? Fuck them. There's your perspective. Okay, where was I? They decided to make something mass mainstream, casual / console appeal. Not a bad game by any means. Cool little action title in the 40k universe, but doesn't innovate or do anything special. And it's not really bringing anything new or exciting to the scene. Exactly. It's fucking boring. It's an average game. How's it running fine? We're going through the goddamn reviews. We're looking at the fucking reviews. These are impartial reviews. I don't know these people. Are they all making it up? Are they all lying and saying the game's fine? No, I'm telling you that the people who are fucking promoting the game are lying to you. Let's get this clear. I am telling you right now that the people out there pushing that this game is fucking fantastic are lying. Because quite clearly, this game has huge fucking issues. Quite clearly, because we can see it in the reviews. Three days ago. So this is as of 3 days ago. This is recent. Story, okay. Graphics, great. Combat, clunky. PvP, absolutely terrible. This is 3 days ago, mind you. Server lag is insane. Are we seeing this? Server lag is insane. A minority how? We haven't even started. How is it a minority? We haven't even started here. The server lag is insane. Are you reading this? Insane. Bullets not registering, okay? Kill trading. Not to mention, every 2 to 3 matches, you'll just be sitting in a lobby for hours unless you quit matchmaking and join again because you can't connect. And then it'll boot you to the title screen and you can try and find another match. The PvP online connection for operations is absolutely terrible. This is 3 days ago. 3 days ago. The game was broken 3 days ago. It hasn't been fixed. This is a week ago. 1 star. The game is lackluster. Grind and grind for little reward. Server issues. Studio isn't communicating. 2 patches already and still not a single patch note published officially. Have to dig in the files to get some understanding of what they're patching, which isn't much. Ammo is limited. Melee and tank classes are just as squishy as range classes for no reason. Your abilities and weapons in the campaign are not what appears or functions the same in operations. PvP is rampant with cheats already because he's probably on PC. Needs a serious overhaul. At the very least, fix the matchmaking and server issues. It's basically just a bad version of Helldivers. There it is. Helldivers is better. Somehow. With the same server and matchmaking issues. Only thing is cool is the story and lore. Which if you don't care about the lore, which I don't, there's nothing. The Steam reviews are going to be all people with rose-tinted glasses saying the same shit. That it's an amazing game. I've been playing with myself. With no friends. So I don't know how good it is with friends. That's the problem. The fucking servers suck. So if you play it by yourself, it's going to be a good game. Because the problem is the connection issues. That's the overarching problem of this game. So if you play it by yourself, it's a 5-star game. But who the fuck's playing a fucking co-op shooter by themselves? Is there anybody there? Anyway. The story left more to be desired, especially the ending. And if you're planning on playing Operations, you might as well just not buy the game for it. You cannot customize your mech in campaign mode, only in Operations. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Why can't you customize your fucking shit in the campaign? You're going to spend 8-10 hours playing the fucking campaign, so why can't you customize? That sucks. And the operations, even on average difficulty, are very poorly scaled against the player. Ammo drops are basically non-existent, and multiple classes cannot even get through the armor of some enemies to deal proper damage. You just end up shooting it about 50 times to get the execution to pop up. Okay? 2 stars. The campaign is cool. If you want to play after campaign and unlock snazzy and armor and cool patterns and blah, 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 don't bother. Anything you unlock in offline play doesn't save. Even if you play online solo, you can't pause. So if you have to go to the bathroom in the middle of this mission, you get kicked from your own session and lose any progress you achieved. Campaign 4 out of 5. Solo play 1 out of insert number. Okay. Okay. Here we go again. 40k fans since the 90s. Fucking hell. Guy must be as old as me. Space Marine 1 is amazing. Okay, so Space Marine 1, again, I've been saying this before, right? These guys are comparing this game to below average garbage games. Space Marine 1 is an average game. I played the demo for that shit years ago. It was an average game then. It's an average game now. It didn't improve over those years, right? Somehow Space Marine 1 is better than this game. How that is a thing, I do not know. Explain that shit. This is an amazing disappointment for a diehard fan. It's full of bugs. This is 5 days ago, mind you. Randomly crashes. The campaign story is about the only decent thing about the game when it decides to work. So basically, that means the fucking co-op's broken too. He said it right there. The mechanics of the game are clunky and frustrating. The ranking is a grind, insanely slow and hardly worth playing. PvP is a joke. The class system is crazy unbalanced. If you can get into a game, prepare to be frustrated. Okay, I give 0 stars if possible. There you have it. Okay. Any more for any more. 2 stars. The bots in operations are shite. They don't engage half the time. They ignore objectives and enemies. This is like fucking, this is reminding me of freaking Brink. Like, get the command post, brothers! And we evacuate the tower! Ignore the objectives and don't engage enemies. Prioritize players. What's worse, I would rather have a random player, but instead, when my friend joins me, it no longer tries to queue another player into the lobby. Oh, that's interesting. So if you're playing, if it's like a 3-man game and 2 people are playing, it won't queue another guy because it's broken. Another issue is half the time the enemies don't get stunned when they're supposed to, or they literally lunge across the map, ignoring the bot to attack me, blah, blah, blah. Love the game, but it's nowhere near polished. There you go. And that's somebody who loves the game. He said it right there. He loves the game. And it's still 2 stars. 2 fucking stars. And he likes the game. See? That says it all. Here we go. 3 stars. I sincerely don't understand the 5-star reviews. Me neither. The campaign is 10 to 12 hours. Pretty awesome. Operations are fun, but limited and repetitive. The PvP is pretty bad. It's fun, but pretty bare bones. For a full game, $70. I regret purchasing in its current state. Wait for a sale. There you go. I didn't even mention the bugs. Okay. 2 days ago, this is real recent now. Unreal. Brand new PS5 and playing the game, just started to get into PvE, and the brief time that I can play it continues to crash on missions and no XP or rewards for items found. This has happened twice in a row for me today. What a waste of a day. There you go. Game is broke. Tell it like it is. 3 stars. Great fun, but definitely overhyped. Very glitchy gameplay. Froze multiple times during operations mode and crashed my Xbox S on numerous occasions. Online play is fun, but lots of loading and waiting around. Not sure it's worth £60 on the Xbox store. No, it's not, because you can get it for £50 on Amazon on disc with extra DLC. What are you doing? 2 stars. Awesome graphics for the world. Not great for characters. I'm done playing. I'm tired of getting kicked out of a match 20 minutes into it. My time is valuable, and if I'm not going to get kicked and lose all rewards, it's a useless game to me. No reward, no fun. Game broke. When was that? 4 days ago. Three stars. Third-person shooter with awkward and forced melee elements that are half-baked as of release. Has massive balancing issues. Fun playing as Space Marine. A better developer would have cleaned up. Let me refresh this. I think my chat bugged. No one's talking. One star. It's a lot like Gears of War. Too much so, like a lot of glitches picking up stims when you can't grab health. It's an alright game. People say it's better than Helldivers. I disagree. Again, They're comparing it to Helldivers. It's not better than Helldivers. Helldivers is garbage. That's not even a game. I don't even class it as a game. The fuck? How the hell? Why do people compare this garbage game to another garbage game to say that the other garbage game is better than this garbage game? Good Lord. Your AI teammates are terrible. I hate that when that happens. Mine sit there and watch me struggle, won't even shoot. And the Chaos Marines, you have to unload at least 2 or 3 clips to kill him in clips. What? Anyway. 1 star, don't waste your money. Game sucks. Constantly looking for ammo, especially when fighting the flying boss, and you can't find ammo. You automatically fail the mission. Can't even melee him because you can't reach him. Every enemy weapons do more damage than the weapons we spawn in with. AI don't do anything and just stand there and get hit by the enemy. 1 star, game is buggy as hell. The graphics were bugging, so I went to my graphics settings and changed some stuff and asked me to restart to apply changes, and now it won't even start. My computer is powerful enough to run the game, and I've tried so many things to make it return to default settings, even deleted and re-downloaded everything, including files. You can't even load the game. Can't even get in the game. 1 star, it'll be dead in a week. You can definitely feel the repetitiveness already. If you're looking for something new to play, don't buy this. It's a rose-colored glasses experience. If those rose-colored glasses could be an intro, and after that you're just vomiting and swallowing it, and then doing it again. Of course, Helldivers is garbage. Where have you been? Have you been to this channel before? Are you not following me? See my Helldivers rant, man. Like, go and see that. You can go and see that right now. Helldivers sucks. It's literally the Division without the campaign. That's one of the most garbage games that they brought out this year. That makes this game look good, and that's saying something. 1 star, big bug issue where you lose progress randomly. I played all night to get my heavy to level 16. Now this morning I'm back to level 11. I'm fine with other gameplay bugs, but this is too much. 2 stars. I found a 40k, but the game controls are a letdown. The first game was truly terrific. Again, was it? Like the first game? That was an average game in itself. But this lacks the fun of the first. How can it possibly be worse than the first one? And feels more like a button masher. Again, the layout is terrible. AI companions have the brains of a tree trunk and are pretty much good for nothing. 3 stars. Space Marine 2 is plagued with technical issues, making it hard to enjoy with friends. Yeah, because you can't fucking connect to them. Game struggles with bugs, constant loading screens, frequent problems joining multiplayer sessions. I often find myself stuck in endless loads of missing teammates, significantly impacting the experience. Are all these people lying? Is this a lie? This is like when we had the MCC Master Bug Collection, and everyone was saying, oh, the people are all lying. The game's working fine. No, it's not working fine. It's garbage. Joining server. That is all you'll see when trying to do any co-op. I'm not sure if this is a PS5 issue, but the game is literally unplayable outside of the 8-ish hour campaign, which is cool, but not worth the price. Yes, Pinky. I'm not going to bring your comment up because it'll break where I am with the reviews. But yeah, this game, they're all lying. All the fanboys are covering it up. The Warhammer fanboys, they're trying to paint a fucking story that it's a good game. You got the main review channels reviewed it before they actually tested the servers. The servers weren't even running. They were just like playing with a few people online. There was nobody on the servers. They weren't stress tested. And now the game's a broken piece of shit and it's being covered up. This is like worse than the MCC, and it's the same developer. It's freaking Saber Interactive. again. And they're covering this shit up, saying, oh, well, the game's good. The game's good how? It's fucking broke. It's fucking broke. Pisses me off. I was so close to buying this game. I shit you not. I was literally within walking distance to buy this game. And then I started like looking at more and more and more reviews. I was like, no. I ain't falling for this shit again. What is the point in buying a game if I can't play it in co-op? That's the whole purpose of me buying the game. That's what was the straw that broke the camel's back. If I can buy the game and play the campaign co-op, fine. And then the multiplayer is a bit buggy, okay, no problem. But the fact that you like have cross-play campaign, and the whole reason for me buying it was to play co-op campaign with somebody who is on cross-play, that's a deal breaker. I can't even do that. Why? 3 stars. Fun game to play, but be prepared for allied AI to be completely useless in assisting in any objectives or actually helping you if you play solo. They won't actually help defend positions or objectives, and instead either just stand and do nothing or permanently roll to avoid attacks. I'm going to get another drink, and then we're going to do this one. Oh yeah, this game was written by a Transformer. Yeah, I'm not going to get into that right now, but yeah, you're absolutely right there, Mr. Pinky. Whew. Okay, fun game, but server issues, stuck in loading screen. And when playing co-op campaign, only the host will continue in storyline, but everyone else will have to replay the mission. That's a bug. That's not supposed to happen, but that's a bug. Could just be my game, but I'd rather not play the campaign twice to unlock everything. It's a bug. There we go. Where's the customer support? Your campaign is glitchy as hell. And the AI for the other Space Marines is terrible. They literally run around me and never revive me. I can't seem to pick up items once I've died. Can't pick up items once you've died. That's a bug. You can't pick up items. So you die in the campaign and you can't pick up items. That's fucked. That's fucked. More crap full of DEI, apparently. That says, I don't know. That's obviously a review that hasn't actually played the game, so we'll take that with a grain of salt. But like Pinky just said, see the previous comment. 3 stars, not what I expected. I feel like they missed key lore aspects around the title of the game. Movement sucks. Weapons feel way underpowered. Melee is the same. Healing and armor, what's the point? 2 stars. Good game, but I think when's a good game? 2 stars. Good game, but I think the player stats should be increasing as you progress the game. With the amount of enemies being faced at once the player should have a wide variety of weapons to use, like mine grenades, machine guns, blah, 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 blah. You're going to buy it anyway. You're going to buy it anyway. What for? I'm telling you, it's broken. I'm trying to save your money. Just wait. It's gonna Black Friday will come and it will be £30 or whatever. It will be like more or less half price. I guarantee this, because the game is gonna have a Helldiver situation where it's gonna fall the fuck off the cliff. One star. If you want to play with friends, forget about it until they fix the server joining bug. You can't play with anyone on any platform. Don't buy it until you see they fixed this issue 2 days ago. Yeah, you can get a That's not buying. You said you were buying the game, not renting it on Steam. That's not buying it. Come on. Buying it is when you go to the shop or you order it and it comes in the post. That's buying it. When you have physical media, that's owning something. You don't own shit on Steam. You're renting it. Fuck me, man. One star. Game is trash. Clunky, bad upgrading system and not fun to play. They focused on how you can dress your character more than gameplay. Waste of money. Game is unplayable online. If you like playing by yourself, it's decent at best. But the real fun is online. Sadly, it'll take about an hour to get into a game. Jesus doesn't even like this game. Two stars. Rush shit show. Servers keep loading endlessly. Game crashes. 8 long hour campaign. 6 maps in co-op. 3 maps in and modes in PvP. Yeah, that's trash, man. Imagine if Halo Reach had released with 3 maps and 3 modes in PvP. Like, come on, the original Gears of War released with like 50 maps or something, 10, 15 maps, didn't it? This is a joke. 2 stars, definitely overrated. Game mechanics are bland. PvE content is incredibly limited. PvP servers are unreliable. Maybe with it's a discounted price. You never play. What the fuck? You never played Gears of War and you're contemplating buying a much more inferior game that is basically copying Gears of War? What the fuck, bro? Bro. I take it you play on PC, right? Just get Ultimate Edition. Just get Gears of War Ultimate Edition. That's got to be like, what? $5, $10 now? Just get that. That's all. Just get Ultimate Edition. That's it. That's all you got to do. Do it now. Good Lord, he hasn't played Gears of War, but he wants to get freaking Warhammer. Oh dear. Why wouldn't you? It's a lot cheaper than this garbage and it's a lot better. Put it this way, it can't be any worse. Here you are. 4 stars. Great campaign, but multiplayer really needs to be worked on. I don't want to have to exit the game just to be able to play multiplayer every time I leave a match. Utter garbage. What? It has a loading screen to quit? You're joking. Are you serious? It has a load. You have to load to quit. What? That can't be true. You gotta post a video of that shit. That's like meme worthy. That's hilarious. Okay. That's a new low, bro. Bro, that's a new low. That can't be real. Bro. No. How can you have a loading screen to quit? What are you loading? Game's over. You go back to the menu. What do you need to load for? You have to load the menu? You must have to load your Warhammer dress up every time. Fucking hell, mate. How is your dream Warhammer game Battlefront? Who cares about Warhammer? All I wanted was a Gears of War clone that I could play in co-op. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. I didn't require anything else. I wasn't asking for an amazing game. But they can't even get the game to work. Can't even play co-op. You mean to exit on Steam, just to exit the game, it loads to get back to your PC. That's hilarious. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, 1 star. Not worth it because the normal difficulty looks like hard mode in story, and you can't use third-party controllers, and it's worse than Gears of War 1 to 6. I haven't got time for Discord today, man. You can try post a link in here. It might work. I don't know. 3 stars. Game is pretty good. Some objectives are silly and kind of impossible. Oh. Waste of money, trash game, Souls lovers, those who enjoy Helldivers or Remnant 2 should not play this trash, lifeless characters, shits are in combat. Helldivers and Remnant 2? Again, you're comparing it to these games I would consider garbage. I would consider them garbage, right? And then they're like, these games are better. Where are the standards, man? Like, here's the great games that I'm playing today. Helldivers 2, a game that has no fucking campaign, and Remnant 2, a game that's like an average zombie game, right? Like a co-op zombie game with like some survival mechanics. Oh, but there's that one character that's like a wizard or something. Yeah, man. Oh, that game has terrible dialogue as well. That are you for real? And that's your games. 1 star. Always being disconnected on missions when it's about to be finished. What a waste of time and money. This game is a big disappointment. Come on, give me more. I need more. The buttons are slow to react in combat, which is super annoying. The parrying system isn't that good. Bloody multiplayer doesn't work. Crashes every single time we try and play. What a joke. Why is this not being reported by news outlets? Why is this not a thing? Remember when MCC was broken? Everybody was like, hey, the game's fucking trash. And it was actually reported by IGN, by news outlets were saying the game fucking sucks. It's broke. Where's that shit? No one's saying shit about this game. You need more what? Or you saying what I'm saying? This guy's saying it's like an AI game or something made by AI. I don't know about that. One star, game won't load. It instantly crashes when attempts to launch. Okay. There was another review I saw on here the other day, but I can't see it now. But I'll repeat it. It said there's a kick feature. So if you join someone's game, they can literally kick you at the very last second and you lose all your progress. So that sucks as well. So I'm going to add that one in, but that's one I read the other day. Okay. And yet it's still 4.4 out of 5, if you can actually believe that. Where's my fucking screen with the fucking StreamYard on it? Here we go. Stop the screen share. Boom. Fuck! Where are the good games, man? I hope Worms next week is going to be good. I really hope that game is not been ruined. That's all I'm just gonna get the Worms Armageddon remaster, the game that came out in 1999 when games didn't suck. Like seriously, like unbelievable. What the hell was that? Like, what the hell is this crap? Why the hell is this being covered up? Who are they trying to protect here? Why is this like there's such a big cover up going on? Like everybody's just keeping quiet about this shit. Is it going to be one of those situations like Halo Infinite where in about like, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 weeks or whatever, when the game's still fucking broken, people are going to be like, hey, the game's fucking trash. It's broken. It's like, yeah, it was fucking broken at release. Eh? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Baldur's Gate 3 is trash in itself because it started in early access. So it was out 2-3 years before it was actually out, and it was broken as fuck. And for those like 2-3 years, it took them to actually get it to where it was like ready to be put on pressed on a disc. So when it was in early access, it was garbage anyway. And then it comes out and it's a game where you have sex with a bear. It's like, and the fucking gameplay is like one of those shitty, like not even RTS games. It's like, what am I trying to say? It's like XCOM or fucking Mario and Rabbids or Gears Tactics type fucking gameplay. That's fucking trash. Who the fuck wants to play that? Just play Dragon Age. It's better. The original, not the new one. That's trash. The new one, the original Dragon Age. Oh, good Lord. Like, these games are so bad. Why cover it up? That's what gets me. What is the purpose of that? Every single video that I've seen for this crap is saying it's an amazing game. Like, do they not play in co-op? Like, do they literally not play the game in co-op so they don't know there's a problem? Is it like the MCC situation where if you didn't play in co-op, you couldn't experience the fact that the game would crash in co-op because there's no way of knowing that because you're not playing in co-op. This is the problem. If you're going to review a game, you have to play every single fucking mode and fucking you need to make sure it's like, hey, I tried co-op. I tried multiplayer in co-op. You can't just like, oh, well, yeah, I did a review of the game and played solo and it was fucking brilliant. 8 fucking stars out of 10. Woo! Well, we'll see. I'm not really a fan of Doom anyway, but last one I played was Doom 3. I did play Quake 4, but that's not a Doom game, but it's the same fucking devs, so. Woo! I think I'm going to play some Mario Strikers now. A game that's not broken, that works. That's what I'm going to do. Unbelievable, man. Like this, like I've been waiting to talk about this since Thursday. Honestly, not Thursday. Yeah, yesterday. I'm not even sure. Was it Thursday or Wednesday? I can't remember if it was Thursday night or Wednesday night now where I went to the shop now. I'm questioning myself. Was it Thursday or was it Wednesday? It might have been yesterday. It's whatever. It doesn't make any fucking difference. I don't even know what you're laughing at. I don't know what that was in response to. Are you talking about when I said Mario Strikers on the Switch or what? At least the game's not broken. Like, good lord, man. Game's a lot cheaper too. And it will hold its value. In 10 years, it's probably going to be in 10 years that I see what, you were talking about that. In 10 years, that game will either be the same price that I bought it, or it will be worth even more money. Warhammer will be worth next to nothing. It'll be worth pennies in 10 years. It's ridiculous, man. And it's like Nintendo games, you buy them and then they're worth more eventually. Even if they go down in price, eventually they go back up, like the GameCube has and all that. I bought like F-Zero GX or whatever, the Classics edition. I got that for £8. And now it's like back up to like 50 or something. Like I made a ton of money on that if I ever want to sell it. It's ridiculous. Digital only Xbox. Difficult to say. It's difficult to say, isn't it? Because the Series S did outsell the Series X, so it's a possibility. But I think that's just because, like, it's cheaper. That's the gist of it. This is expensive, so I don't think that's going to fly. Because the people buying the Series S are on a budget and they just have Game Pass in the Series S, and that's it. They don't buy games. That's the only, like, that's the way I see it. Whereas the Series X is actually money. You actually have to pay money. So if you're going to spend the money, you might as well buy the console that can play the fucking Blu-rays, even though it doesn't work with Blu-rays, but people don't know that. I better point that up so we know who's actually fucking talking, don't we? Beyond the gaming dark ages, the gaming is trash now. It's just a fucking. They ruined it. They ruined it, and I'm leaving. Like I'm done. Like I'm not buying a game for £60 or whatever the fuck, £50 if they can make the mind up. And the game doesn't even fucking work. I can't even play the co-op campaign. The fuck is that shit? It's 2024, man. I can't play co-op campaign in 2024. Are you fucking serious? How hot did we ever have problems playing co-op campaign? I'm trying to think now. Do we, like Gears of War, like freaking the original Gears of War in 2006 or whatever didn't have problems with the co-op campaign at launch, right? You could play co-op just fine. Now you couldn't play cross-play, but from what I'm understanding, you can't connect to anybody in this fucking game. Not just fucking people on cross-play, but not anybody. Like it has problems connecting, right? Can't even fucking connect to play co-op in the fucking game because it's fucking broken as fuck. And then even if you do it, it doesn't actually save your progress in the campaign. You have to redo it because only the host seems to get progression because the game is buggy and broken. So even if you do actually get it working, you still don't progress. Fuck that. Absolute trash, man. That's been bugging me, man. That's been bugging me. And I wanted to like this game. I wanted to like it, but they just fucking I don't pirate games. I just buy games that are good. I just refuse. I just can't be bothered. If the game's trash, I'm not even gonna like steal it. I just not interested. If the game's good, I'll buy it so I get more good games. I want that. I want the game that's good to succeed, so I get more of them. But I'm not. I'm not buying. I'm not even worth. Some of these games not even worth stealing. That's the problem. The games are not worth stealing. They're that bad. This game is not worth stealing. You can't play. You can't play the fucking game either way. Whether you steal it, whether you get it legit. So what's the point? It's fucking pointless. And what is stealing anyway? Does it apply to like games from like 20 years ago or not? Some people would say yes, some people would say no. If I'm playing The Punisher on the fucking Mega Drive that I got as a ROM, that's technically stealing, right? Of course, I own the legit cartridge as well, so it doesn't matter. But you know what I'm saying? Fuck you know. And then it's like, so I'm subscribed to the Nintendo, what do you call it? Online fucking shit where you get all the games, like the N64 games. So then I play an N64 ROM that is on the Nintendo online service that I actually pay into and actually have, but I play it on a EverDrive as a ROM, and they say it's stealing. But I'm already paying to play that shit on the Switch. It's there. So I'm already paying you the money to play it. So what difference does it make how I play it? That's fucking weird, man. So yeah, best not to think about it. How do they come up with this stuff? Hey, Nintendo are going to be bringing the Switch 2 either next year or the year after. When they bring that shit, things are going to be different. Things are going to be different because that console is going to have some power behind it. And when that comes out, then we're going to see some people changing fucking sides here. We're going to see some people buying some fucking Nintendo consoles like never before. Because once they've got a decent amount of power behind them, once that shit can run Call of Duty and all that garbage, as well as their own games, then they're gonna take fucking over because they're selling like way better than everybody else already. So if they can get like the Call of Duties, and if games like if Microsoft's going third party or whatever, if you're gonna get games like Indiana Jones on Switch 2, you get games like freaking Halo on Switch 2 or Gears of War. That this could be huge. I mean, you already got Horizon Lego coming to Nintendo Switch. Like they're getting all the games, man. And Microsoft's already said like the Dooms, the Call of Duties, and all that shit. That's basically coming to Switch. So there you have it. Switch 2 is going to be like a huge success, you would think. Unless they like just totally like lose the plot. It's going to be huge. It's gonna be backwards compatible with the first letter Switch games. That's a fact. And even better so if it is compatible with the controllers. If they stick with the controllers they have, but they just increase the power of the units, that would be the best way forward. Because the controller is fine. The games just need more power so that they can get more third-party support. That's all it needs. I don't know what you mean by that. Oh, they only like Horizon Zero Dawn because Robot Dinosaur. I thought that game was okay. It's very woke. Okay, it is woke. But the environments, the weapons, it's kind of an interesting game. It's got that Assassin's Creed boring ass collectathon garbage type map. It's basically an Assassin's Creed game, but the combat's better than Assassin's Creed. It's got some things going for it. I like the initial opening, the story, but by the end of the game, the story is just on its ass. It's like I'm not enjoying the story by the end. So it's an okay game. Yeah. Why did you play the second one though? If you thought the first one wasn't that great, because that's why I didn't play the second one. See, I stopped. I was like, yeah, the first one's okay, but I don't really care about the second one. I still need to do the DLC, the New Game Plus, in the first one, so I'm good. You lost interest. Yeah. Well, like I say, it's an okay game. I enjoyed it for what it was. But now that game, the Lego version, is coming to the Switch. Sony is bringing a Lego version of that game to the Switch, as well as the PlayStation 5. So, Nintendo seems to be in the driving seat. So, we'll see what happens. That's what's going to happen next year. Switch 2. Don't worry about the PlayStation Pro or the... Have you seen that Sony fucking PlayStation anniversary garbage? We can do that quickly, maybe. Let me see if I can find it. Where is it now? Here it is. There we go. This will do it. Hang on one sec. Yeah. One sec. Screen. That one. Yeah. You seen this shit? This had me laughing my ass off, man. So yeah, they just color everything gray and then charge like 10 times the price. It's just to just call it gray. That's all they've done. That's the biggest rip-off in the history of games. You want to talk about yeah, man. You want to talk about the PlayStation Pro being a rip-off for $700. Hey, $700. But you want it in gray. You want it in gray, bro. That costs you even more. That's going to cost you even more because it's gray. Holy shit. Fucking gray. And it still doesn't have a fucking disk drive. It still can't put that shit in there. And they're not going to sell gray disk drives. So you're going to have to buy a cover for a white disk drive to connect to your fucking grey piece of shit PlayStation fucking 5. The fuck is that shit? You can't have a white fucking drive stuck to your fucking console. That's unbelievable. You want to talk about rip off fucking consoles? Forget the PlayStation 5 Pro. This is the real deal here. This is the real fucking deal. The 30th anniversary PlayStation Pro. This should come. If this was a real 30th anniversary collection, right? It should come with a 30th anniversary collection of games built into the console, right? Like, for real, you know? Or like a few of them at least. '30th anniversary grey ass consoles, man. It's unreal, man. I tell you. I don't even understand the love for the grey PlayStation color. I don't even understand it. I don't understand the love for these fucking this color. You got like cool ass Xbox colors, and then you got Sony with grey. I don't get it. And by the way, why is there no actual colors for the PlayStation? Why is the only color of the PS5 now you got a choice of white or gray? Pick one. Why don't they do other colors? It's unreal, man. So yeah, that was just my quick thoughts on all that shit. I'm not gonna waste your time anymore because that's what just the points I wanted to get across today, and I'm happy with that. What's that say? I can't fucking see. What do you mean legal? Well, that's Sony's own dumbass fault for selling the Crash Bandicoot fucking license, isn't it? If you sell your franchises, then don't complain when you have to fucking buy them back for a collection. It's not rocket science. Why would you sell Crash Bandicoot? Why would you sell Spyro the Dragon? What kind of fucking stupid ass idea was that? They're fucking brain dead at Sony. Even Nintendo's guilty of that. Microsoft don't have any sense to fucking like hang on to everything or buy things up. Everybody else is selling it off. Think about it. You got PlayStation and Xbox, and Xbox owns like half of PlayStation's games, more than half of PlayStation's games. They own Crash Bandicoot, they own Spyro, they own all these fucking franchises, man. Sony can't come out with a new Crash Bandicoot, but Microsoft can. It's fucking weird, man. That is weird in itself when you think about it. That's a how that is a PlayStation game, right? Crash Bandicoot, you think of PlayStation 1. That's what you think of. Crash Bandicoot, PlayStation 1. That's the first thing you think of. And that is owned by Xbox now. The franchise is owned by Xbox. It's not owned by a third-party publisher because Microsoft bought the third-party publisher. So now it is owned by Microsoft. It's owned by Xbox. It's crazy. Why would you sell off your franchises? And it's like, oh, well, you can't do a collection of Crash Bandicoot games. You can't do Spyro. What have you got, man? What have they got left? Well, they ain't doing the wrestling games. That's licensed. Grand Theft Auto 1, again, they don't own that. Right. Okay. It's just like if you're doing a 30th anniversary collection, I would like to see a 30th anniversary game collection to go with the console, right? I mean, wouldn't that make the most sense? But they don't do that. It's bizarre. Like, even if they have to like get the licenses, still, like, even if they just put like the remastered Crash Bandicoot games or whatever, they could do something like that. They're already on the console, right? There's got to be a way of doing this, right? Couldn't like the console come with some download codes or something for these games that cost them literally fuck all to put in the box? And nothing. I mean, it's digital anyway. It can be built into the console. Xbox does it built into the console now. Like Halo's built in. You load it up and it's like, would you like to add this game to your account? You press yes, and it adds it to your account. There you go. They could have done that with this. Would you like to add Crash Bandicoot to your account? Yes. There you go. Done. Like, seriously. Exactly. Microsoft owns Sony's franchises. That's what I'm saying. So basically, this is how it went. Sony's like, we want to put some anniversary games on our anniversary console. Microsoft's like, no, you ain't doing that. Sorry. Fucking hell. Yeah, if you want to talk about a game company that has like literally lost all their history, that is Sony. They've literally sold it all off. Like Crash, Spyro, Grand Theft Auto was a big thing on PlayStation to begin with, but then that went basically multi-platform. Devil May Cry was a big one that went multi-platform. They got what Jack and Daxter, which is PS2, so that's not even relevant to this. What else? God of War. But that's again PS2. With regard to PS1, they got fuck all left. Like they sold it all off, man. It's gone. They got nothing. Sony guys right now are playing Helldivers, like what we just talked about, and they're playing freaking Warhammer, what we just talked about, and they're playing fucking that game with that monkey. What's it called? Batmath Wukong, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't even know what it's called. They're playing that shit. Well, what's this say? It's diversity hires, man. Rare is not rare anymore. Like, anybody with any talent got kicked out the door a long time ago. Same with Halo. Like, they don't have any devs with any passion to actually make a good game. They just like they just get in like subcontractors who don't give a fuck because they're worked to the fucking bone, and the people like over them are just like woke retards who don't even know how to build a game. It's terrible, man. Like, they got nothing. I hope this new Gears of War game is good. The trailer was good, but the trailer's made by Blur Studios again, so that doesn't really prove anything. Like, I hope they do a good job. Well, yeah, Sony like sold all their history. Nintendo owns a lot of their history. They did sell Rare, and so they sold off like Banjo-Kazooie and Perfect Dark, and that's about it. But they still have Donkey Kong, Mario, Pokemon, Star Fox, etc. They still have most of their history intact. Sony, they sold it all, man. I mean, they still got like their PlayStation 3 history and their PlayStation 2 like franchises, but I'm talking about their original franchises. Like, it'd be like, imagine if Nintendo sold Donkey Kong or something. Like, that's what we're talking about here. It just doesn't make sense. And even though Nintendo sold Rare, they didn't sell Diddy Kong. They didn't sell the Donkey Kong franchise, the characters. They just sold the studio. Anything that's basically a Nintendo licensed thing was kept by Nintendo. I still think they never should have sold Rare, to be honest. Microsoft should sell Rare back to Nintendo. That's what they should do. They should sell Rare back to Nintendo. That's what they should do. That'd be the best outcome for everybody. Nah, that's horse shit, man. There's no passionate developers out there. That's horse shit. There is no passionate fucking developers. The majority of developers now are diversity hires. They don't give a flying rat's ass about video games. They're just there because they tick a diversity hire box. It's got nothing to do with video game quality at all. They don't give a rat's ass. They don't have a passion for making video games. And indie games are trash. They don't help. There's no good indie games. Williams Armageddon, 1999, next week. That's what you need to get. Well, that's an hour and a half. That'll do for me. Leave anything else in the video comments. Feel free to subscribe. I'll see you later.